What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. This is from Divo Knives. Let's get into it. All right, so what we have here is a new model from Divo Knives that I am very excited to get into. And we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to switch it up on you a little bit today. So this is a full overview for a knife that will be releasing here on October 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be two places that you can get this. You can get this at divoknives.com, and you can get this at traditionalpocketknives.com. Those will be linked down below, and I will release this on the 19th. I have carried it and handled it and spent some time with it so I could collect my thoughts and put them together. This one here is the purple lavender carbon fiber with the belt satin finish. I did want to kind of share the unboxing experience that I had with this particular model. And I don't know if this is a prototype, and I should have checked that out. Kevin is on Microknives still. He really likes those little tiny miniature, not large hand friendly knives. And he thought, what the heck? Let's design one. My first piece of feedback would be make the cutout also large hand friendly so that we can get into these a little bit easier. But you got a nice little package, felt padding, comes with a little nip sticker. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's not overkill. It's very well done. If you want to, you can pause and look at this. They're going to start at $175 across the board for all models. Doesn't matter which one it is. It looks like they're all going to have different variants of handle material, but they're all going to be in S90V. Kevin and Colin hope that you like this little model. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to do some size comparisons, profile, check the weight, and then we'll jump into my thoughts and impressions. So I thought it'd be good to go ahead and do a small knife comparison for something a little bit more budget friendly that you might be familiar with. So while I consider this one a small fifth pocket carry, this is definitely 100% a micro knife. Here it is against the equally small Taccom Knives Chubby OTF. This one here is definitely a micro OTF. I thought this would be a really good size reference for everyone to kind of check out. We're going to set the Divo Pony Stout to the side, and we're going to do profile here in just a second. But here it is against some more normal size knives. Here is a small Para 3 for your size comparison. And then here it is against the Spyderco Shaman, which is a full size. So again, it is a micro knife. Definitely going to be a very niche market that this is going after. It's going to be people that are really into this, that really like, just a utility type knife just to get into boxes and envelopes and things of that nature, do some utility cutting, things like that. So no surprises there. Let's check the profile really quick. Because while it is a micro, they did a good job making sure that they kept a good thickness on there to make it, fill out as much of the 2 to 3 fingers that you can get on here as possible. You can see it's coming in very thick compared to the Pony Stout. And like the Chubby, this one here is going to be pretty comparable. It's very close. I think the Chubby has just a little bit more thickness on there, but not by much. And then it is a micro knife, so it probably is going to be 2.5, 3 ounces. I haven't checked, and I didn't check the spec sheet, and I don't think that it's on there. So coming in, actually 2.1, so coming in at under 2.5 ounces. That is really cool for a micro knife that is almost under 2 ounces. Now, $175, that is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And I'm not making any bones about it, but this is a premium micro carry. That's what they were going after. There's, I think, a few micro knives out there that have premium materials that are around that $200 price point. So this is coming in under. You're getting a very cool finish on that purple carbon fiber. I don't know if this is fat carbon or camo carbon. It doesn't really specify on the spec sheet unless I missed it, but they did a really good job designing some cross milling in here on the bottom and then some micro milling here on the top. I think that adds a lot of depth to it and also helps give it a little bit of something instead of just shaving it off to contour it. With this, you're also getting titanium pivot collars that have been anodized. In this particular model, others might not have anodization. They might be coated. Your mileage may vary depending on the model that you like. Titanium pocket clip, titanium backspacer with a lanyard hole. Now, for micro knives, I get it. You want a lanyard so that you can put the third finger on there, to which point I would say just get a small knife, grab a pony stout or something of that size. But people like micros, and they typically like to throw lanyards with beads on there to complement them, and I get it. Well, do your thing. I am not judging. What I will say, though, is that this lanyard hole is in a really odd spot because that means the lanyard would have to come up and over. So it's actually going to make it thicker back here and kind of push you off comfortable ergo. So you kind of land in this funny position. And I know my finger is way thicker than what a lanyard might be, but let's just say that the pin's thickness represents the lanyard here at the tip. It's going to kind of push it up and out of the way. And I'm not a designer, so just observation. I probably would have pulled and had both of these here, and then I probably would have had just a drop through, like have it come through here and drop out the back instead of it going side to side. So just no cutouts here, hole going in and coming out here so that it's coming straight out the back, and just have this little thick part here, and that way it's over here. Now I imagine because you do have this Wharncliffe style blade, it'd be really close, but if you put it up at the top, I think you could get it to work. But it's hard with a micro knife. There's not a lot of real estate, and that's not really a complaint because I wouldn't put a lanyard on here, so it wouldn't affect me at all. It is reversible. It is a flush mount pocket clip, but it is the diving board style, as I like to call it, and it goes in and out of the fifth pocket really well. Springy, because it is short, it is a little tight, but it does retain in that fifth pocket well, so I had no issues with that whatsoever. You got a nice access for a micro knife to the lock bar. Like, this is really nice. And then when you drop it, the flipper tab, the rear flipper tab, drops for me with the larger hands right on the thumbnail. So you hit it there and you're past the detent ball. So that's really well designed. I like that a lot. You have a beautiful belt satin finish with a hollow grind on a micro knife. This is going to do all of your utility cuts, and it's going to get into all your Amazon packages and any mail that you may still get. This is going to get into all of that perfectly. If you just want something small, stylish, that's going to cut well, this is going to do it. S90V is overkill for a micro knife, but again, this is meant to be premium, and I can appreciate that. Ironically, this flipper tab, when I first got it, it was in the box. I think it probably had been in the mailbox where it was warm. It was a little stiff. So when I went to open it, it was failing. But carrying it, for 3 or 4 days now, it works really, really well. The detent is tuned well to work well. So I appreciate that for a micro knife. As you can see here, I can only use this in the choked out position. I think the jimping out here doesn't make a whole lot of sense, in my opinion, because when I'm doing the trigger pull, I'm probably just going to put my finger back here and try to use as much of the blade as I can to get through the material. It may be a different story if you have a medium hand. I can't choke up on this because when I do choke up, my finger lands right on the actual blade. So hopefully you're able to kind of see what I'm saying here when I talk about, like, if I choke up, I'm actually on the blade's path. I can only get 3 fingers on there. So this is really more of a trigger finger type knife. You can get 2 fingers on there, and that's it for me. I can't get anything back here at all. But again, I'm imagining that you're using this to get in the lip of your Amazon package and cut across the tape to open it, and then switching to the draw cut and going along the top of the box to cut your tape and get into it, and then just put this away. This is going to be great for pouch carry, fifth pocket carry, or if you just like micro knives and that's your main, this is going to be really nice. What you're getting for the money, if you think about it, just take the size out of the equation. Under $200, S90V, fat carbon, full titanium hardware, and I think the steel liner lock in this instance is highly appropriate. There's no lock bar insert, but it's such a small slab of steel that I really don't mind it at all. And it looks like it has a hollowed out liner, and I didn't even notice that until I actually looked way down in there. Has a hollowed out liner on the opposite side. So no issues with this build quality and what you're getting for the money. Um, the level of detail that has to go into the micro knife, fully get it. If this is out of your price point, especially if you're thinking for like a fifth pocket carry, I would tell you to have a look at the Divo Knives Pony Style. I think this is a really cool small knife option. There's a couple of things from Civivi, Vosteed, Kaiser that are out there, that are also within that budget realm that you can absolutely look at if you're looking at something way more affordable. This was not what this was designed for or intended for, and I have no idea. They have the Pony Style, so I don't know if they want to even bother with making a budget version, but let Kevin know. If you want something like this in 154 cm and fat carbon to try to get that down to like that $130 price point, I don't even know if that's right. Let him know. I think in this instance, where it's at for what you're getting and the niche market that it's targeting, it's a really cool option. It's a really cool design, and you can pick one up on October 19th. It'll be linked down below to help you get to that. Hopefully you're quick to react. It seems like these Divo knives, they sell out quick, so you don't want to drag your feet if you want one. They move fairly quick. Their designs seem to be typically a hit, so check them out. I want to give a shout out to everyone out there that likes, that is subscribed, and comments on the videos. I appreciate the support and I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, peace.